See if I can get signal. Yeah. It's the river. Mountains. We're gonna leave. It's a river. There's Morgan. We had our first night here last night. I'm live. I already got you on camera. Yeah, I did. It was, you can't even see. I can't see who's here. Geraldine, Linda. Anyway, yeah, so we had our first night here last night. And we always have dimensional, interdimensional experiences when we go to bed. And last night, wow, about 4 hours of it. Some really powerful stuff, bilocation, sacred sexuality. And this is with the humans only touching hands, you know, just putting hands palm to palm. Yeah. So it was just not just what was happening in our third eye, it was happening in the physical, it was happening with the environment. In the perfect timing, there was a light came on and there was a loud thud. I mean, like a really loud thud against the cabin. And all happened in the perfect synchronistic moment, you know? Everything happened in this synchronistic moment. So it's like, and I would open my eyes and I'd be like, is this really happening? And then I would hear, yes, it is happening. You're fusing the physical and the non-physical. So we entered or further went into new territory last night. It's pretty wild. Yeah. Then at one point, you know, we get tones. A lot of us get tones, right? Like twice or three times as we're going through this whole thing. You know, holding hands for 3-4 hours, totally awake. All these things are happening. Our light bodies are making love. We're watching them do it right in front of our eyes. And this tone, evidently this tone slowed down, like really, really slow, right? It sounded like a train. You know when a train's going real fast and then it starts to slow down? It's very similar. As an analogy, it's very similar. So it slowed down, and it was just, you know, that nonverbal communication of the universe. It was just basically saying, we're going to slow this down so you can get this code in. I don't know, man. We've only been here one day. And it's powerful. I just found this, some kind of quartz. Yeah. Yeah, they got some weird rocks around here too. Yeah, as soon as I got here last night, I did a spirit walk. And I could feel all the energy. I could feel the ancestors. Ancestors came in last night. Native American, you know, they came in, which didn't surprise me. because I got a lot of that going on, and always have since I was a kid. But man, it was really powerful, like you're home, like in a big way. Check this mountain out. Wolf, owl, bear, hawk, all came back again. The higher selves were really active. Light bodies. Our light bodies, we bilocated, although we didn't go like across the other side of the world. We bilocated to where her body came out, her light body came out, and was making love to my light body right in front of our eyes. What the hell is that? Anybody know? And then it flipped. And then I was on top of her, basically. It's right before our eyes. Yeah, there's a lot. We're not the only ones. Check this out. Bear poop. Yeah, we followed a whole trail of it. Right up down here. Whole trail of bear poop. That one was the freshest one. We thought we might run into them. What was I talking about? I can't remember. Oh, it's not just us. There's stuff going on all over the world. And it's happening to individuals. And this is where it's at. This is what's really important. Here's some more bear poop. See there? I don't remember this one a minute ago. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening around the world to people. And that's what's important. That's what's important. Not spaceships landing, okay? It's not that. It's not to take anything away from disclosure or anything else out there, but that's not what's important. The story is not important. QAnon, Trump, Clinton, whatever they call that, Brexit, the Canadian Prime Minister, all this stuff, it's not important. It's important, but it's not as important as what's happening to the individuals around the world. Situations like Morgan and I, and they're happening all over the world. If you ask my opinion, it's time to get past, check this out. It's time to get past, they created a corporation and we got a birth certificate so they owned us and we're under maritime law and this and that and all that bullshit. It's a story, it's a programming. Anything that's spoken to us or that we read or presented before us that is then, that we then give our power over to. It's not about chemtrails or GMOs or fluoride or whatever. It ain't about that. It's about the implant of the frequency of the thought that then changes your thought right here. And we give our power over. We know enough. We have enough information. We don't have to prove anything out. We don't have to prove 9/11 was a bunch of bullshit, okay? Because it was. And this pedophilia, and this child trafficking, and this sex torture, and all this stuff that's going on. But you know what? There is a rhyme to the reason. There is a rhyme to the reason. Anything and everything that's external that's going to reduce our power, doesn't matter if it's the highest point of light or the deepest, darkest pile of shit there is, it's still extracting our energy and our power. So, we need to, in my opinion, be focusing on what's happening to us on an individual level, in our own communion with nature and the universe. We are not small. We are the biggest player in this play. The biggest one. Last night, we're laying there, palms clasped, like we do every night. It goes on for 3 or 4 hours. 2 people experiencing the same thing. Light body sacred sexuality, bilocation, the merging of spirit animals and other beings which are really just us. I realize after all this time that Morgan and I have had all these episodes, and there's some more barefoot. We've had aspects materialized in our bedroom that were translucent, that spoke to us, that we could feel, and that's just one situation. I'm totally convinced these are our aspects. These are our aspects. This is our multidimensionality speaking to us. The human is the hero, but I am not Todd Medina only. Does that make sense? This is what I got last night. You're not just Todd Medina. You're not Todd Medina. And I'm like, okay, but all the multidimensional aspects that you are, look at Todd Medina and say the human is the fucking hero. Why? Because the human's the one that has to figure this shit out. And that's what we're doing. And we're doing it by having these supernatural, paranormal, galactic, cosmic communions with the universe. And the universe is right here, right? Right here, right up there, everywhere. And then from my eyes, you're the universe. Everything external is the universe. Everything is us. This is not cliche New Age bullshit. And to be quite frank with you, at least from my vantage point, you can't put this into words. You can try the best you can. But I'm telling you, it's real. We don't die. We are divine. We are eternal. There's nothing to be afraid of. You can either live in fear. Well, if I had a choice to live in fear or die fearlessly. Die fearlessly because there is no death. So everything is an energetic copy. Everything we approach, we can go through in fear or fearlessness. And we're at the point now. I just heard an animal with a real deep voice. We're at a point now where we have enough information to know who we are, and what we're a part of. So let's get it on, right? It's time to get it on. So, I think the rest of this year is going to be absolutely incredible. I think that's Slate, isn't it? And hell of an opportunity. Probably going to lose a few people. Friendships, relationships, jobs. You know, all that stuff. Family, friends. Probably going to lose all that. And we're also going to probably lose people leaving the earth in what seems to be the physicality. Focus on ourselves. We need to focus on ourselves. It's an amazing thing that's happening. It really is. It's amazing. I can't see anything. Alright. But anyway, we're going to keep reporting. I did one last night. As soon as we got here, I felt it. Man, I felt it. And then, of course, then we went to bed later on that night. And I'm telling you, it was multi-dimensional. We've had a lot of multi-dimensional experiences, but it was taking on a physicality that hadn't before. Light, sound, presence of other physical beings. It was pretty trippy. But I see it more and more being revealed. We think that our star family is going to come in here and show ourselves. I've seen some of that. Hear from the multidimensional aspects. You hear, oh, we're going to show you a little bit more, because you can't handle it all right now. I don't think that's what it is. I think what it is everything that's around us. There's so much more there that we're not seeing. Fairies, elves, Sasquatch, even the light bodies of like animals and plants and such, that we're actually going to see more and more of this and realize that we actually create this symphony around us based on the thoughts we carry forward, which either can be conscious or unconscious. If you think about it, we're merging with everything all the time, every day, in every moment. So for me to consciously look at this tree right here, yeah, for me to consciously integrate and merge with that tree does nothing but I gain from it, it gains from me. There's nothing to be afraid of in this world, in our experience. It's all us. Nothing. Enough of this doom and gloom, and there's good and bad, and there's evil, and they got to be punished, and the Galactic Federation's coming to save our asses. I mean, come on, man. What's the difference between that and the 5,000 other gods that are served on this planet, and the God knows how many different salvation stories that have been implanted in this thing? Okay. This is getting really interesting. 2020 is going to be freaking fantastic, you know? It really is. So, I'm going to go inside and test the internet. And we're going to do a Soul 5D impromptu. And then, probably going to do a radio show, do some music, play some videos from our friends around the world, talk more. Maybe do some impromptu roundtable discussions and get some new faces on here. I just need to check the signal because I don't think it's consistent all day long. But I think during the day it's good. And in the meantime, I'm going to keep putting up watch parties on the Soulogy pages and my pages. You know, there'll be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 videos. Just pop in like a radio station, like a TV station. When you're driving down the road, or, you know, every now and then just check in on my page and see what's showing on the watch party. You might see something that you like, you know. Sorry about that. I got some spinach and beetroot leaf and tomato out of this little garden over here and made some eggs. Man, it was good. Really good. And garlic. All right.